Gods and goddesses in training, welcome back to the channel. It's Uncle Makara, all relations. I am an expert in the flow state, and I've started a movement. It's called Peak Performance Shamanism, and the movement and philosophy is Primal Sutra, which is a return to wholeness, a return to oneness, a return to source, through maybe eclectic or non-conventional ways, okay? So I've gotten a lot of questions around spirits and entities and so forth, and I want to define today what exactly a spirit is. A spirit is an intelligent being of creation that is well beyond the boundaries of this material world. So these are incorporeal beings. They do not have a physical body. Just like machines are the work of an engineer who makes that machine, spirits are the work of God or source. Whenever somebody makes something original, they call it their child. In the same way, we are God's children. If spirits had no beginning, they would be like God. But they are made by God, and then so they are subject to God's will. We don't know how and when each of us was created too. Intelligence and matter are two elements of creation. The origin of spirit is something that really transcends our comprehension. So if we spend time debating and talking about this, it's going to take forever. Human words cannot describe it. Just like a person who's blind, can they really define light? So your senses can't grasp a spirit any more than your language can define it. You won't get to understand everything you know about spirits in this lifetime. Even though this world and the spiritual world are different from each other, there is still interaction taking place. Spirits don't really have a well-defined form. They're kind of floaty, ethereal. Some may see them as a flame, a spark, a beam of light, something, okay? But everybody's perception changes how they interact with that specific energy substrate. Wherever the spirit's intent is, that's where the spirit is. It all depends on the spirit's will and its degree of purity. It's almost like a vaporous substance, kind of similar to a mist. Are all spirits created equal? Well, they're different degrees and ranks according to their level of purification. I'm not going to go into that so much here, but if you want to learn more, become an adept so I can teach you properly. There's these pseudo-authorities, there's boisterous spirits, there's so many different kinds, okay? Do all spirits have to come to evil in order to get to good? Not evil, unawareness. God has given us a free will. We're allowed to do good, we're allowed to do bad, but we will face the consequences. So if you find yourself speaking to a spirit, you will have a very unique reaction that is completely yours. You will not have a reaction that's similar to many other people who've come across that spirit, because they have a different perception, they have different memories, and there will be different ways that spirit tries to communicate with you, as opposed to what your strongest psychic sense is, and so forth. So what do you want to do as a beginner who's slowly starting to learn about this stuff? A little bit terrifying, right? This is not like Ghostbusters, this journey, though we can make it out like that in our minds, right? Ooh, spooky, okay? If you start observing your spirit, which is like, just basically try doing this. Try tracing the outline of your body. Very simple, like if you were a cartoon character, you just go around the edges. So just with your finger, just go around the edges of your body. Just get a feel, get a sense of it. At least we're getting you to let go easier and allow this process to unfold. A lot of people have a difficulty to surrender their own sense of ego, okay? They hold up such a giant wall of safety, approval, and control that they do not let that down for anything, for anybody, and it comes from pain, because someone who's coming from love setting an ultimatum, that sounds weird, right? They would just set boundaries. When I'm interacting with a spirit, I treat them like a person, essentially, where I respect their boundaries, their understandings. They have a different worldview than me. They have a different understanding into life than me. What is true to me is profound revelation to them, perhaps. I've got to use this discernment to be able to judge whether this is a good spirit or a bad spirit. I have the word good spirit, eudaimonia, tattooed on my body. Now the word daimon, you could see it in the past, is your inner genius. It was only recent that the word begun to change into the word demon, to create fear in others. Okay? There's also a eudaimon, a good spiritedness, closer to purity, closer to truth. And there are energies that are equivalent to your energy signature that are out there, but maybe incorporeal. They don't have a physical body, but they do have an essence. And so if you're chimed into some theme of your life, right? Like if you can give yourself different motifs, purposes, themes of your life, you'll start to notice those energies start to magnetize more and more around you. Why? Because you're feeding your consciousness with them, right? You're slowly feeding and drip feeding your consciousness with those ideas. So of course they're going to manifest and magnetize into your world. Because why wouldn't they? Right? Why wouldn't they? If they're finding the path of least resistance, this effortlessness towards it, of course it's bound to happen. What we do is we give ourselves so many different loopholes and challenges to walk through in order to get the bread on the other side. We make this journey a lot more difficult than it is being scared of a word like spirit. Instead of understanding it as it's just non-physical, bro. Right? So don't let it terrify you and don't let it confuse you. You can come up with your own definition of spirit if you want. Right? I say the word spiritual means authentic. Like if you are totally transparent, authentic, real with yourself in your own expression, I think you're very spiritual, in fact. It's strange to me to hear that, oh, just because I'm dyeing my hair, I'm not spiritual. Or just because I'm not wearing, spiritual clothing, I'm not spiritual. That makes no sense to me. That means that spirituality has dogma attached to it and different laws and, ways that you have to do things. And that's not what I got into spirituality for. Spirituality was there for my moksha, my freedom, my liberation from this constant constraint of the ego trying to over-facilitate things. I want this journey to be smooth, real, authentic, grounded. And that's why I move forward like this. That's why I double down on this journey. And I understand it's my spirit speaking for me. Correct? It's my spiritedness, my spirit, my inspiration, the word inspire to come from spirit, from breath, from spiritus. So the breath of life that is within another form that you are interacting with. Artists are connecting with spirits, right? All the time. How are they coming up with these intense, great ideas and epiphanies? They are not yours to claim. They're the spirits that are gifting it to you. Through your vision, through your different perceptual fields. Okay? So just be grateful. Just be grateful to the fact that you're on this journey and you're learning more. And the fact that you're leaning into this ultimate wisdom for yourself. That's righteous, right? That's so cool. Hit that subscribe button. Remember to hit that subscribe button. If you want to learn how to be the most spiritual Sigma ever, you got to click that button, yo. You got to click it. You got to click it. If you don't click it, then that's just silly. Okay, don't be silly. Come on, that's silly. Okay? Let's get it. Upward Spiral Gang, may we never be the same again. Let's win. I'll see you on the other side. Ossa.